So one of the new features that was added to this patch for modding is the ability to modify the existing armies. Now I should point out that you can't create new armies, you can only modify existing ones. So the way you would do this is in Attribute Editor. You would go to the Army category and you would clone an existing army. And then some of the things you can change are production buildings. So for example, the Americans only have 4 buildings, so if you wanted to you could add a 5th building and you would change the stuff here for that. And actually the unit type is actually what's associated with the actual building entity. So you'd change the entity's unit type, and then this would check for that and then use that as this 5th building. And the rest of this is just the UI. This is the ability if you wanted to self-destruct it, similar to the OKW factions trucks. But the rest of this is just UI related, so you could change the tab, the icon for it, and the pop-up text and all that. Another thing you can change is the starting buildings and starting squads. So default MP would be for multiplayer. So you could change the initial base area and then the rear echelon squad here. You can change that. Then you can also change the bunker that spawns. So actually let's take a look at the OKW faction here. And one thing that's different with OKW is that their production buildings are associated with trucks. So the first building they just start with, so the builder is just empty because that's not used. But the second building, since that's actually deployed via truck, you'll see that the builder has some stuff filled out. So dispatchability is the ability that will actually spawn the truck, and then you have the rest just UI related, and then that's the unit type for the truck. And then the actual building itself, once it's built, this will be the information it uses. So it's pretty nice that you can change that. Another thing you can change is starting resources, which before you could only do in SCAR, so this is a nice welcome addition. So you just change the numbers here. And I haven't actually tried this yet, but they have a casualties area here, so you could maybe make something similar to the bunker in COH1, where you can spawn a squad after so many casualties. So that's also there. And you can also change the abilities. Most of these are related to commanders, but if you wanted to have abilities that the race starts with, just remove any requirements that would be commander related, and you could add them here and they'd show up no matter what. You could make use of the group secondary, which actually sits above the normal commander abilities if you wanted, and just add them all here. So that's a lot easier than adding them via SCAR or via action, so you can just immediately give a player abilities based on the faction they're playing. So it's really nice that Relic added this, and although you can't create new factions, you can at least modify the existing ones a lot more than you could before. So I hope this was informative, and have fun modifying the factions.